Good afternoon. My name is Giovanni Santos. I am a student here at Ottawa University, and I am presenting for my Organizational Behavior Theory 7000 class with my professor, Jason Hembry. I want to start off by presenting the name, which is A Rose in the Concrete, a case study on Project Kinship. Kind of a little background on the reason why I chose Project Kinship is my major originally is sociology, and I started working for a nonprofit over in Santa Ana, Orange County, working with at-risk youth. Most of the caseload I would get would be high-risk gang members, individuals who were within the social services, and their parents would be on drugs, etc. And it kind of really pushed me to want to open my own nonprofit, and that's the reason why I'm in this master's in business organization course. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on my presentation. So hopefully you guys enjoy. So basically, who is Project Kinship, and what do they do? Who do they serve? What is the demographic that they target? To start off, Kinship serves about 1,500 young adults with mental health or addiction issues, and a lot of them who also have problems within gangs. Their families kind of need someone to support them. um, and basically what Project Kinship does is they support them in rejoining society when they leave either county jail or juvenile hall, depending on the age of the individual. And so they'll get assessed by someone who is looking into the reentry program, which will make sure that they're not going to reoffend or repeat, and kind of meets them where they're at to get their needs and everything that they're going to need in order to not go back into county jail or juvenile hall and reoffend. The goal of Project Kinship, stated here by their owner, Stephen Kim, is we're trying to heal the cycle of incarceration. It really is all about hope and connection, people feeling loved. We welcome individuals to create a space where people feel comfortable to be vulnerable, talk about their deepest pains and secrets, so healing can happen. One of the key goals is to help people overcome childhood trauma and understand that they are worthy and they are capable. And it's really important to also note that the workers here at Project Kinship are 50% of the case managers have lived experiences, and 100% of the support specialists have lived experience. So it really allows them to connect with these individuals on a unique level compared to other parties such as social workers, probation officers. The approach which Project Kinship takes is one that really sets them apart from other organizations. And so another big factor in my case study was the funding which is allocated for programs such as Project Kinship, and how do they get funding, in which ways do they get funding, and how do they reach out to people to receive funding and donations. Um, to get started, a nonprofit is one that qualifies for tax exempt status by the IRS due to the mission, which is to further a social cause and provide a public benefit. This is why Project Kinship receives it, because they're providing a public benefit, which would be to these individuals who are in these circumstances. A nonprofit is a group which provides services which are not for generating profit, in which no part of the organization's income is distributed to its members, directors, or officers. Some of the alternatives would be, going out into the community and, maybe hosting events and donations. It could be things such as even car washes, having individuals where you hold car washes at a certain location. It could also serve as a pro-social event for these individuals. So it could also be a win-win in that factor, which always is a negative thing, although it's not always reliable. And depending on individuals to make those donations is something that is a tough thing for an organization to kind of bank itself on. The chairman, or Doug Chafee, who's the fourth district supervisor of Orange County, he kind of talks about the importance of this program, and also kind of the economic benefit which it'll have to the communities, because we won't be spending these tax dollars on individuals when they're reoffending. Rather, we'll be relocating this money towards rehabilitation and making sure these individuals have the needs and everything that is required for them to succeed within society, which hasn't been presented to them in the past. And kind of to reiterate what I said earlier is the peer navigators, they all have lived experience. It could be through gang their families within gangs. It could be they were previously in a gang. A lot of the individuals were previously incarcerated as well. There was an individual who served 46 years and then he was released, and he eventually went there, found a job, and he's been off of drugs and he's been doing well. So it kind of just talks to the demographic and the scale and the type of individuals that go there. It's not just these low level crimes with individuals who have served 10, 15, 20 years. So it kind of just talks about the demographic which they serve and kind of the need that they're meeting those individuals at. And kind of even to talk more about the funding for nonprofits, Homeboy Industry, where Stephen Kim was originally working prior to opening up his own nonprofit in Santana, which is Project Kinship. He was working under Father Gregory Boyle, which is this is the largest gang rehabilitation in the United States and the world, generally speaking. They've had individuals who are in gangs go to the White House, get invited to the White House for other types of events. So it kind of just talks about the scale that they're at within the United States and the respect that they've gained. They had $1 million tax cut on them, and now it put them in a deficit, which they were forced to fire 60 employees. So, now you take those 60 employees away, and now it's going to impact that community, not only because the individuals that were already working with them, but now you take those individuals away, and now those kids are kind of back to square one. So it's been impacting the LA County community for, I believe, 2 years since it was cut in 2021. This is kind of just to talk about stories and real individuals who have gone through Project Kinship, kind of what it means to them, and the benefit it was able to add to their life. Just to kind of read off a couple, I took the wrong path and got in trouble with my mom, so my mom called the principal from Brea Linda High School, and I got called into Project Kinship. I could see they really wanted to help. I was in denial about where I was, but they helped me academically and with my home life. Another individual states I was having problems with other people in school and academically, so they taught me to how to pick myself up and find a new way to express myself. Mia even expresses, I began to paint during snack and lunchtime, and we would talk about the ways I could focus and how things could be different. It made me realize more things about my life. This is another individual whose name is Dominguez, and she was with Project Kinship since junior high school, and now she's getting prepared to leave for college in the fall for law school, actually. So she goes as far as stating, it's not something the girl she was would have imagined. What they are doing here for the students is very cool, and I appreciate everything they've done for me. I'm very proud to be a part of Project Kinship. This is one thing I'll never forget doing, and I'm thankful they never gave up on me. And even Chairman Hawley, he expresses that we need to get more subject as experts with boots on the ground and start a handoff between public safety and these subject matter experts, these individuals who have more tools in their toolbox, who are the best to serve the most vulnerable population. He kind of just speaks about the work that Project Kinship and these employees are doing, and it kind of just puts it in perspective how he's saying that this is something positive for the community and for those individuals within that profession as well. So that was just kind of talk about a little bit of the individuals that have been through this program. Um, but yeah, that was my presentation on Project Kinship. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for everything this semester, and I really enjoyed it. And I hope to have a class with you in the future. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend.